Hey, good morning, folks. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. We have a burst of thunderstorms heading our way, basically for the late afternoon and through the total evening hours. I would call it an evening stormy situation. We'll detail that. Then we cool down for a couple of days, lower humidity. Another burst of thunderstorms now shaping up for Saturday. That continues to show up. And the hot dome getting a little more aggressive each day and a little quicker. So here we go and show you what's going on here. So there's the cloudiness and the thunderstorms that are heading our way. Oh, shoot, I wanted to show you the radar. Give me just a second here. So you could see that all heading our way and the thunderstorms blossoming. Bear with me just a second here. There we go. So we actually have some thunderstorms around Grayling and north of Houghton Lake right now. Hey, good morning. Hey, thank you, David Feinblum. Good morning, everybody. All right, so the Storm Prediction Center and their severe weather outlooks. We'll start here. The yellow in the upper left, that's the area where there's the greatest chance of severe weather, what we would call I guess we would call this a level 2 risk. Old days we used to call it slight risk. Manistee, Ludington, Pentwater, Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Holland, Benton Harbor, St. Joe, maybe Kalamazoo. The tornado outlook is on the upper right, and it's out of Michigan. And then the severe wind outlook, same area as the overall severe weather outlook. And so what does that say? Main threat is some scattered severe wind gusts. And remember that a severe wind gust in meteorology is officially defined as 58 miles an hour or faster. Why? Because they picked 50 knots as the severe level. Why? I have no idea. I wish they would have just said 60. So here's the radar forecast. This is noon. Now, since we already have the thunderstorms this morning that are not projected even in this model run, then we got to believe that there could be more thunderstorms than what shows in this. But basically the story is, as we get to 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, scattered thunderstorms will be developing. They can be potent. Those would likely not be severe because they don't have the wind energy, but this complex now there at 9 at night would be where there could be some severe thunderstorms. 10 at night, 11 and midnight. So it's basically an evening thing. Let's back up to 6 at night, 7, 8. So sometime in the 6 to 8 hour p.m. time frame, the storms hit the west coast and then in a couple of hours gradually move across. Typically those storms will weaken as we get to 9 or 10 o'clock. Let me hit the refresh here and see if we get more, and we do get more. So there's a brand new run coming in here. Okay, so this is 3 in the afternoon. Again, the same idea. Scattered, robust thunderstorms, 6 o'clock at night. And now on this newest run, it wants to try to develop a squall line. So this is 9, 10, 11, midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. But again, your strongest is going to be Ludington to Big Rapids to Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo, and then it should start to run out of gas. Let's look at the next model to take us into the next couple of days. This is a model that also develops thunderstorms, and this is 5 o'clock this evening, kind of looking at the same thing. And then tonight, this is 1 in the morning, 2. So it's got a little bit different of an idea on the possible severe weather, but still the same in the late afternoon and evening. And it brings actually quite a rain across the northern half of lower Michigan tonight. Here's tomorrow. Tomorrow looks beautiful. And here is Friday. Friday is a work skipper Friday. So, what we have is increasing thunderstorms mostly in the evening hours, and for many of us, southeast Michigan, it could be even real late in the evening or overnight. A couple of nice days, Thursday, Friday. Next storm system on Saturday, but right now I want to show you the upper air, and you're going to see this ridge of warmth blowing up next week, and that should carry us into the 90s. I'm going to call it a mini hot spell. 3 days, it looks like, somewhere in there. So, a couple of looks at this. Remember, this is 15,000 feet up, and when we see one of these big ridges blow up, we get hot aloft, and that transfers to the surface. By the way, this is Saturday. That's what a storm system looks like in the summer. You know, it's a very subtle little ripple flattening of the upper air. And then we're into next Monday, and now Tuesday, and now Wednesday. So what you're noticing is the ridge building. This is the deterministic mode, the single best run usually is the way I explain it. And then we'll look at the ensemble of the averages. So we're there at Thursday, July 24th. And that gets us back to well into the 90s, 95 to 99 in the southern third of the state. Now we're into Friday, we're into Saturday the 26th. We can't believe this as an exact placement, but that would be right there a significant cold front line of thunderstorms if that were to verify. But we won't worry about that yet. And we go out to the end of July, July 31st, and the hot dome is backed up a little bit. So that could be a very subtle but significant change in weather to cooler for a few days. And that's why I say I don't think our hot spells this year are going to stick and bring something really memorable. They're going to be 3 or 4 day hot spells. They will be hot, but they won't be really long lasting. So this is that same model, and we go into next week. This is 51 tweaks of it averaged together. Let's see if it blows up the ridge. And yes, it does. This is next Wednesday. So as we get into next week, we're going to head well into the 90s. And then does it bring us back to a northwesterly flow? It does. This is July 29th, July 30th, July 31st. It's not quite as cool as the deterministic. All right, so and then I mentioned Saturday would be the next possible rain. So this is Thursday afternoon, looks beautiful. This is Friday all day long, looks beautiful. This is Saturday up to early morning. This is morning into early afternoon. This is afternoon into evening. So what it's saying is an area of disturbed weather with scattered thunderstorms will be crossing our area on Saturday, leaving us probably a dry Sunday if everything works out. And what you get in this kind of pattern is clumps of thunderstorms coming out of the Dakotas, across Minnesota, across Wisconsin, into Michigan. Very common pattern and can also be a severe weather pattern. So we are in the heart of our severe weather season. It doesn't take a lot for a storm to become severe when you have the heat of the season and the heat of the day. All right, now these are the high temperatures for today off of a model I like. And yeah, you're looking at 90 again in Saginaw Bay City, Midland. You're looking at 90 in Alpena and near Oscoda. You're looking at 90 close to 90 in central Michigan, Alma, Ithaca. Otherwise, you're looking at 87. A lot of places will be about 87 today, and higher humidity. Now, let's look at the high temperatures going forward. Thursday, I don't know about 60s in the north, but low 70s. Well, it still could be 85-ish in Detroit. Falling temperatures in Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor, very nice. Look at Friday. Ooh, how about that? What if we could sell that to Georgia or Alabama or Texas or Arkansas? High temperature 75, anyone with low humidity? They'll sign up, right? Saturday, back to the low 80s in the south half. Sunday, just nice. Upper 70s, low 80s. Monday. Then remember, we're going to start to see that ridge build. So Tuesday, this is indicating 87, very common. It's been slow. It's been too slow on getting us to the 90s. So maybe 90s still on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, in the heart of the ridge, temperatures go into the 90s. And Thursday, in the heart of the ridge, temperatures go into the 90s. All of lower Michigan. Friday, temperatures stay in the 90s for the southern half, and then maybe ease back just a touch, but still remaining very summery. And of course, we've been looking at the extended forecast. And what you notice as you've been watching with me, the chance of above normal temperatures continues to get stronger. So this is the 6 to 10 day. Notice also that, and they have not done this year, the Climate Prediction Center, they make the 6 to 10 day, 8 to 14 day. Notice they put a strip of above normal precip, high chance of it, across areas just to our south and west. That's an interesting pattern because it sounds like they think the thunderstorms will roll in that track. And then here's the 8 to 14 day out to July 29th, heading to warmer than normal also. So it's pretty apparent we have got classic Michigan summer weather on the way. Guard yourself from these clumps of storms. They blow through pretty quickly. Anything here in the next couple of weeks looks like it would be a total of half hour, 1 hour, 2 hours of storms at your location. So it's not an all-day rain, and that's very typical of the summer severe storms. I'll keep you updated on MLive.com/weather. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, and hit the share button all the time if you can. Have yourselves a great day. Bye.